Loka samasta sakina bhavantu. Loka samasta sokina bhavantu. Loka samasta sokina bhavantu. Loka samasta sokina bhavantu. And that right there, family, is a divine sacred chant. Means may all beings be happy. And so I pulled out the love shada, bringing that quartz energy out, baby. That really helps in amplifying and sending that energy out. Operating from that heart space, baby, that heart space. And so I wanted to stop in today because the A team have tapped me on my shoulder and let me know that I need to really begin sharing a lot of these things that have been beneficial for me. Now, when I'm talking about that A team, I'm talking about my ancestors. I'm talking about the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, right? The spiritual advisors, all of the auspicious energies that come around rallying, supporting me for my highest and greatest good, helping me get on that highest timeline and everything. This is what I call that A team. And I'm wrong if I ain't giving them no gratitude because they've been supporting a sister out here. See, because life been life and right about now. But of course, we know we look at these astrologies and everything, and we got major transits, major shifts that's going on now here, right? All of the outer planets are generational planets, right? This is Pluto, this is Uranus, this is Neptune, this is I'm forgetting one, I know. Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, you know what I'm saying? All of these generational planets and everything, right? And so they're all transitioning into a whole new energy. And so right now we still dealing with this Neptune and Pisces and Saturn and Pisces particular energy right now, but it's helping us to clear out this old cycle so that we can move on to the new cycle empowered, better, not bitter, baby, but we getting this work. See, Neptune and Pisces, I think is such a profoundly auspicious lesson right now about a lot of the delusions that we've been under. See, you know that that Pisces and Neptune, you know this is where they at home at and everything. See, this is the energy, right, of delusion, right? This is the energy of addictions and everything, right? This is the energy of secret enemies and all of that other stuff, right? This is where the blind spot is at and everything. And so with Neptune being in Pisces, it's really giving us an opportunity to fine tune, to recalibrate and everything so that we can really make these adjustments, come up out of the goddamn illusion and get on our highest timeline, family. And so I'm loving this energy a whole lot. We got Pluto that's moving into Aquarius. Now, this is the energy of death, of transformation and everything, right? When it came up out of Capricorn and everything, this is all about like authority and all of that other stuff, right? We seen what that looks like and everything. And so right now we in the earlier degrees of Aquarius. Both of these energies are Saturnian rule energies. We getting this work, family. We getting this work. And so now Pluto moving into Aquarius is bringing a whole nother vibration, baby. It's bringing this power to the people. It's bringing this great awakening. Folks are showing up for themselves in some profoundly powerful ways, bringing their unique ideas to the table. We ain't doing it the same way we've been doing it and everything. We've been making sure that we taking the teaching that we got, we making the adjustments so that it works for our lives, and we getting out here and we boogieing in these particular streets. And we ain't worried about whether or not somebody is approving of that. This is what Pluto and Aquarius looks like. See, we definitely making death to the old ways, bringing in the new ways and everything. What a powerful time to be alive. We got Saturn that's in Pisces right about now, right? Helping us really get firm with these boundaries and everything. Getting us on a street called straight, no doubt. Because when we move over into Aries and everything, we're going to start seeing a lot of this energy. Time is going to be speeding up. Life is going to be speeding up. Uranus being in Taurus and everything, we can expect there to be a whole lot of calamities with the weather and everything. We can expect that to happen as we wrap this whole particular situation up. But then as we move into Gemini, Gemini is that energy of transportation, technology, and everything. This is also communication and everything, right? And so you go expect a whole lot of shit to start really getting jiggy. Technology go get off the hook. Our transportation is about to shift in some powerful, profound ways kids. We talking Jetsons type shit going on out here in these streets. For those of us that know what that's all about, huh? Generation X, let me shout y'all out. No doubt about it. You know we know what that's about. The Jetsons was that shit, no doubt. And so hold up, I had to make sure. Got my Metatron badge. Got my Metatron my Metatron badge. I got my Metatron necklace on today and everything, just really working with that particular energy, helping me and activating that light body and everything. And so while I'm just really giving us like a brief overview and everything with all of this energy, with all of these major transitions and everything, I'm telling you this shit because I want you to really understand that a lot of these things that have been happening, like a lot of us have had the rug pulled from up under us and everything, some gut punches and everything. This is giving us a real opportunity to really look deeper within, get this particular work so that we can really make some major adjustments and everything. We on an ongoing healing process. Like this healing thing, it never fucking stops. You understand that, right? Because we learning something new that we need to make adjustments on every day and everything. And one time we think things go one way, things change, seasons change, people change, feeling change. And so with that, right, that makes it that ongoing process and everything. However, with this particular energy right here that we are dealing with, this is helping us to make adjustments so that we move into this new cycle on our highest timeline and everything. Sadly, unfortunately, everybody is not going to be able to come along with you. And so we see a lot of endings. We see a lot of closures and everything from that old cycle. 2025 is a 9 year. And so we moving over into a 10 year. We call it a 1 year because numerology, it breaks it all the way down to one and everything. I'm holding on to that zero, family, because I'm seeing a lot of spiritual upgrades here. I see a lot of infinite potential. And so that zero, it holds that particular energy and everything. We go see what it do because we got all of those generational planets that's giving us this upgrade in energy and everything. We need to hold that zero, baby, because we go see some shit go down in these particular streets. And so with that, my A team has definitely been tapping me on my shoulder like, listen, you got a lot of tools that you've been working with that's been helping you through this thing you call ascension. You need to be sharing this out here with the collective because this is a collective energy that we're experiencing and everything. And so with that, we go ahead and just talk about some of this stuff that I've been working with. What I set it off with when I opened it up is this divine chant that asks that may all beings be happy. Loka, Samasta, Sakino, Bhavantu. This right here are what I call divine chanting. And so I've been working with a lot of divine chants. I work with the sacred. Hold up, where's where's my box at? I lost it just that quick. Dang. Did it come up? I did it turn. Oh, here it go right here. Hold up. Here it go right here. Right. So I use these chant for change cards, right? And I work with the A team on that, right? Because what I'll do is I'll shuffle the cards up and everything and ask, like, what message, what do I need today that's going to help me be on my most powerful path? What's going to put me on my highest timeline? What do I need to know so that I can be in my best position for today? And so the A team works with me. You understand what I'm saying? We get that chant for the day. But what the collective, what I needed and what also the collective needed, because I included this time, you know what I'm saying? Loka, Samasta, Sakina, Bhavantu. And we bringing that out, brought that love shotter out. You got to bring this quartz vibration up on this particular situation so that we can really elevate that particular vibration and everything, right? And so with that, I started working with these divine chants and everything because the sound that we work with is a major contributor, right, in creating life and light and wholeness within our life. And so for me, I use these mantras, right? They act as my sound source, along with my little singing bowl I like to add with it and everything, because this is how I really taps in with these angelics, no doubt about that, right? And so I use this singing bowl and I do this before my meditation and everything because it helps in getting my auric field in a particular vibe that I want to get into. I don't know. And for some other reason, it just really helps me to stay more in a grounded place. It helps in grounding my energy and everything. See, these mantras, they help me in being more present and aware and bringing a greater sense of peace and everything. And so I like this a whole lot for myself. You understand? So I deal with these mantras, and mantras is Sanskrit, right? Two words it means. It means man means mind, and tra means vehicle or wave, right? And what that is a mind vehicle or a mind wave, right? And a mantra is a vehicle that transport the mind and the stillness and everything, right? Because it's food for the soul. It nourishes us, baby. Yeah. So we can use these silently, right? Do them in your head, meditating on them, waiting in line at the store, whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do sometimes, because I can be impatient sometimes. So, I got to find all of the tools that I got to do to just tap into some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm so human sometimes. You understand? But it's food for the soul. So I can do this silent. I can sing them aloud. As long as I'm in tune, it helps me to be able to really tap in, disconnect from all of the things that's going on around me. Now, one of the things that I do, I work with mala beads. They help me in keeping track of the number of chants and everything. Because the ideal number of chants that you work with for me is 108. Now, some people, they deal with the prayer beads and they deal with what the 54 and everything, right? But see, the mala beads, or the prayer beads, however, what have you, how you dealing with them and everything, they're a counting tool that help you keep track of the number of chants that we say in each mantra and everything. So traditionally, we chanted 108 times, right? And the significance of the 108, it deals with the energy lines that's in the body. They call them nadis that are in the body. These are life force energy pathways in the body and everything, right? And they all filter in to the heart at the end of the day. But out. See, we go get this business right here. See, this is our space awakening we talking about right here, right? And so when we chant that mantra 108 times, right? We feel all of the energy pathways with these amazing healing vibrations, baby, and we create a lot of balance within our system and everything. And so traditionally, when you're dealing with these Malabis, they tell you to hold them in the right hand and everything. Well, that's my dominant hand. I'm a right-handed person and everything. So I don't know, whatever would have you. Let your intuition, let spirit lead you on how you want to operate on it and everything, right? But you use your thumb and your middle finger to count through the beads. You don't want to mess with that index finger and everything, right? Because that index finger, they say, is supposed to be tied to the ego and everything. And this is supposed to take you up out of that egoic energy and everything, bringing us more into this heart space and everything. So let me make sure I ain't losing track of my notes because, I write notes down and then I totally disregard them. I don't know what in the hell, y'all. But anyway, so the mala beads is held in your right hand. And so you're going to use your thumb and your middle finger to move through these beads to chant each of the mantras and everything. I like to do it in conjunction with that singing bowl, baby. And when I do that, baby, especially working with this, see, these right here, this is the angel aura quartz that I'm working with here, right? And this right here, you can hear the angelic singing with you, baby. It is gangster work right here. And this is very healing, very grounding, very supportive energy. It really lets you know that you ain't alone out here in these particular streets. And so with that, this is really helping us to really get this business out here in these particular streets. No doubt about that, right? And so I use these mala beads while chanting. I drape this necklace over my middle finger and start counting on the center bead. Now that bead that's in the middle, I think they call it, hold up, where's the thing? This called? It's called the guru bead. And the guru refers to one who leads darkness into the light, or the Meru beads, which is about the mountain. So this is all about us really moving into this light space, awakening, overcoming the challenges and the obstacles that surround us and everything, right? And so this is what I work with and everything. See, that 108, that's a powerful chant for me because 108 is a magical, powerful number. Now, we know it adds up to the number 9 at the end of the day. That's the number of completion. It's the number of achievement and everything. Also, the number of closing shit out, right? Endings and closing and all of that, what have you, right? A powerful, powerful number, right? 108. There's 108 moons that takes us from the earth to the moon. It's 108 moons. 108 suns to take us from the earth to the suns. 108 suns. And so 108 is a sacred and divine number to work with, to chant with, and everything. And then with us having these 108 energy lines, these mantras in the body. See, there's about like, what is that, 72,000 nadis in the body and everything. That life force energy pathway in the bottom, they all filter into these 108 main nadis, which all meet at the heart. This is really working with us to really help us in opening up and awakening our heart. A powerful work to do, no doubt about that. And so when I'm doing that, I bring these chants into the thing, and it really, really elevates my practice. It helps my moods. It really helps me to find that center. See, the reason that index finger, I don't know, did I say that? I think I did talk about that index finger and everything. I seen that on my notes, and I think I need to go over that again and everything. See, the index finger isn't used. You hold these beads like this and get that index finger kind of like out of the way and everything, right? And as you chant, you want to move that along like this, right? Because the index finger, it represents the ego. So you're going to move the thumb forward and inhale on the beginning of the chant. And then you're going to pull back on that bead and you're going to exhale when you go get that business, just like that. Not a difficult move to make. But the thing is that, it take a little bit of time, but you got about 10 minutes for yourself to go ahead and get these in, no doubt about that. And you don't want to make sure that you don't pass over that. If you're using a rosary, they have 54 beads on it and everything. So maybe you're going to do it twice if you go get to that 108 and everything, because it still deals with those nadis in the body. See, we're talking about balancing the masculine and feminine energy and everything. And so this is why you want to make sure that you're doing that 54 twice, because if you're doing it one time, you're only balancing one hemisphere on the body. You want to make sure that both is in equal balance, both the masculine and the feminine energies and everything. And so with that, Loka Samata Sakina Bhuvantu. And so I bring this in just like that. And then I put my little singing bowl over to the side. And I hit it off with my left. Loka samasta sokina bhavantu. And I can hear them angels buzzing in my ear, baby. And then I just keep it moving. 108 times, baby. We rocking and rolling, baby. We getting that mantra going. That mind vehicle, heart space awakening. This is big business work, baby. This is sacred work. This is divine work. And then you can also take these mantras and everything, utilize them in your everyday practice. Chant these over your food and everything. You understand what I'm saying? Bless the clothes that you're about to put on, whatever it is. So you want to make sure that you are really working with this particular energy. It does make a difference, family. And so with that, I just wanted to stop through real quick, bring in some helpful tools, no doubt about that. Spirit has been working on my heart to stop being so to myself and closed up. I'm a hermit type of sister. This is why I'm so inconsistent with this particular shit. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't want to be, I just want to stay out the way. But Spirit is really showing me that staying out the way may not be my most powerful path forward. And so with that, we definitely gonna start showing up a little bit more and everything. I want to send you guys out so much love, so much light. I want to encourage you, baby, that all of these things that we see that have been happening for us, they are happening for us, not to us, but for us. Please understand this. Everybody can't come along. Everything ain't vibrating where you at no more. You've been doing the work. You've been making these moves out here on this ascension process, love. And where you at, baby, you move into a whole nother dimension, a whole nother timeline. And not everybody is ready for what you're doing, right? And so with that, Spirit wanted me to come through, bring you some encouragement, bring you some light, bring you some love, some healing out here in these streets. Loka, Samasta, Sakina, Bovantu. We getting this work out here, family. I want to send you out so much love and so much light. Peace and light. Peace and love.